Well, hello everybody. Today is Thursday, August the 22nd, 2024, and my name is Lisa Saunders, and this is Stamp with Lisa Saunders. And I am coming to you from the southeastern section of Virginia. Sorry, I'm later than usual. I'm actually running about an hour late. Things have been kind of wonky here for me in the last week and a half or 2 weeks. So I've kind of lost time actually. My husband had a mini stroke last week, and then while he was in the hospital for 3 days, all of us that were with him ended up catching COVID. So we are on the mend from that. We've got our all okays and our negative tests. So I can finally go back to work tomorrow. My husband went back today. My son goes back tomorrow, and a family friend that came to visit us, she's retired, but she can go out and about tomorrow as well. So it's definitely taken its toll on us. But I will say, for all the time being at home when I wasn't sick, I worked here in the stamping room. Now, if you were to see it, you would not believe that I have done any work in here, because it is still a daggone mess, but everything's where I can see it, so I'm okay with that. A couple of things I've been working on. One of them is we got this new set in our new mini catalog, which again, I can't show you the inside of the catalog, but I can show you the outside. I hope you can see that, and I can share some things with you from there. One of the things is they have this really pretty scenic paper, and it's in the All About Autumn, I think that's what it is, the All About Autumn set. And it's a suite that you can buy, and it comes with gems and the paper and the designer series paper. It comes with gold woven leaves, and it comes with ribbon as well. It's a really cute set. I can't wait to show it to you in the book. But it's just got so many things with it. But anyway, and so that's one of the things I wanted to showcase. I wanted to find a card that I could use this such pretty paper with. This is one of the sets, and on my Crafty and Creed's Facebook page, I went ahead and did a collage. I put all the paper out and took a picture of it so that you can see everything that's in it. But this is what I made today. I'm not real sure that I'm going to keep it, but it's called a Bayfront window card. So this piece opens and have a perfectly lovely day, and then you tuck that back in, and that's kind of how it sits. And again, it's called the Bay Window card. I really enjoy making it, and I might do a video on it one time. But the only problem I'm having is where to put a sentiment, where to put the greeting. My upline suggested I could put a small one right here, because I don't want to take away from the focal point, which is the paper. Okay, so that's one of the things that I worked on. Another of the things that I worked on is these really neat easel note holders. You can put your pack of 3x3 Post-its in there, and it's an easel, so it collapses, but it can also open so that it can stand up. You get some mini pens. They're about 4 inches. I'm going to put that in there too. And to it, I'm going to put a calendar. My upline just ordered the calendars for me today, but it's going to be smaller than this. But this is going to have one of those tear-off calendars, and it's going to sit on the desk so that, or your workspace, so that anybody who might need it. This is the calendar I made earlier this year, and that's where I took this from. These were a little bit bigger than the ones that we've got now, the ones that are on the way. So I was working on that. I've also got a couple of cards I want to show to you. One of them, I had just kind of seen somebody make something like this. Now, this is the Lost Lagoon card, and it's just one piece of the cardstock. So what it actually happens is you open the designer series paper so that you have your designer series paper on both sides. You can see both sides, and then this is light enough that you can write something in, but that they see the happy birthday right in through there. I'm not sure I'm crazy about that, but I did see a video on it, and so I wanted to try it. Another thing is this card right here. This is made with the Perennial Lavender designer series paper, and it's actually on sale. We are having a Stampin' Up! Is having a sale on certain designer series papers, and this is one of them, Perennial Lavender. The other, here's a sheet of them, and it goes through August 31st. So this Perennial Lavender paper ends up being $10.62. But you can always go to my website to see which ones are on sale. Mediterranean Blooms or Countryside Inn, Country Woods. But these are all the, and here's some of that Thoughtful Journey paper. So this is similar to the autumn paper that I did the bay window card on. But anyway, you can take a look at these, the Unbounded Beauty. That's really pretty paper too. But at any rate, this is, you can take advantage of it if you want. Just give me a call or go to my website. I will be there, or send me an email. But anyway, I made a card that we were going to make at stamp class last Saturday, but of course, COVID hit our house, so I couldn't have anybody over. And what I needed to do was I took this was originally a scratch piece of paper, this basic white here, and I wanted to see what order I had to stamp. Was it light and then dark, or dark and then light? How was I supposed to stamp this? This is using the Perennial Lavender stamp set. It was a suite that I had gotten. So anyway, I had kind of this pushed off to the side, and then I thought, well, that's kind of cute. I'll go ahead and make that into a card. So that's what I did. I ended up taking what I thought was going to end up being a scrap piece of paper, and I turned it into another card. Those are the fun things. I like doing that kind of stuff. I was in a stamping challenge on Monday night. And we, so my upline's upline, so I guess it would be my grandmother, if you think of it in those terms, right? I'm the kid. I've got a upline who I will call my mother, and then her upline is a grandmother. We're all around the same age, so it doesn't have anything to do with our ages, but her name is Colleen, and she showed us, we did a mystery stamping, so we had to cut out our DSP and cut our cards and everything, and this is called a starburst or a sunburst card, and that's what I've got right here, and it's really, really fun. So here is the horizontal card that I made, and here is a vertical card using the same method, just with a different paper, and it's positioned vertically. And then I used an old stamp set here for these pumpkins. And if friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. My favorite time of the year is fall, and I just love the fall colors. So I wanted to get a jump on those and get that started. But I thought I'd share with you those. Now we're going to go ahead and make one of these easel sticky note holders. Well, it's going to have a calendar on it as well. But the first thing that we are going to need to do is we're going to need to get our scoring blade. And I don't have anything cut out. I'm working right along with you tonight. So stop me if this goes wonky. But anyway, so the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to cut our card base. Now we're going to use a full 11 by 4.5. So let me go ahead and measure this up to the 4.5. I hope that you all can see this. So there's the 4.5. All right, so that's cut. the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to score it at the 5.5 mark. I've got to be careful that I use my scoring blade and not my cutting blade. So now we've got that cut, and we're just going to fold this, cut and scored. We're just going to fold it over, and I like to brandish the ends to get it a nice crisp fold there. So that's what we've got for that. Then we're going to need to make the pocket. The little pocket right here is that holds the pen and the Post-it notes, and also the calendar will adhere to the front of it. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a piece of the coordinating cardstock, and this is sweet sorbet. We're using that tonight. So we're taking the coordinating cardstock, and we're going to do, we need to do 5.5. So that's where I'm at, because let's see, 5.5. And that's going to be by 4.5. So we're going to have a long side and a short side. So along the long side, you can see that's the 5.5 inch side, and this is the 4.5 inch side. So along this long 5.5 inch at the top, we're going to go ahead and we are going to score this at 2.5. We're going to make our score lines now. So this is at 2.5. And then we're going to do it on the 3. Then what we're going to do, let me move this down to make sure y'all can see it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on so that the 4.5 inch or the short side ends up on the top. We're going to go ahead and score this at a 1/2 inch from the end of each side, from the end of each side. So we're going to go ahead and score 1/2 inch there. And we're going to come around and we're going to score at a 1/2 inch there. So when this all folds up, we are going to have our pocket where it's going to end up holding our post-it notes and our pen. So I'm going to set that to the side because now I need to do the easel part, and that's the part that lets it sit up. So we're going to go ahead, and with that, we're going to need to do same coordinating cardstock. We're going to do a 4. So this is going to be a 4x4 is what we're going to use for this. And I save my pieces like this because you just never know when you need to have a little something. So anyway, I'm going to save that. But we're going to go ahead and score this. So this needs to be scored at the 1/2 line. So we're going to do it at 1/2, at 2, and then at 2.5. I'm sorry, it's not 2.5. It's going to be a 1/2, 2, and then we're going to do a 1/2 from the other end because we're going to have to bend these. So then when you get done scoring this, you'll end up with, we're going to fold this one up, because what it's going to do, you put tape on these and you put it on the inside, and it's going to keep it from coming out. I like to use the tear and tape. You can use whatever firm adhesive you have, or whatever you think is going to hold the best, because we do want to make sure that this lasts, because it's, like I said, it's going to have that calendar on it. So you want it to last from January all the way through December. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. And now we've got our pieces like that, right? So we're gonna take our original base, the 11 by 4.5, and we're gonna tape one of these sides down. I don't think I put it down far enough, but we'll see. So we're gonna put that down, and then we're going to fold the other one on top. And there is our easel. Okay, so now let's go ahead and cut our DSP before we get started on the pocket. Today I've decided to use this. What I'm trying to do is use up some of my retired product. So Sweet Sorbet was an outgoing color, so that's no longer with us. We don't have this paper anymore. It was called the Country Floral Lane paper, but I just think it's just beautiful. So I'm still going to go ahead and use it. And please, yes, always use all of your stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to cut this DSP. So the first thing I need is I need a piece of 4. I need it at 4. So so there's the 4 inches. And the reason I chose it like this is so that when I put it on my easel, it will be right way up. So I've got 4, and then I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. All right, so there's the 5 1/4. And then I need a smaller piece, and that's going to be for the front of the pocket that holds the notepad or the Post-it notes and the pen. So this is going to be cut to 3 1/4. Three and a quarter by 2 1/4. If you have a different size calendar, you're going to need to make this one according to whatever your calendar size is. So this calendar size is from last year, and you know, it just wouldn't work here. There's no sense in doing that, because you can't see anything on the top or the bottom. So you want to make sure that you cut this part of your DSP that goes on the outside of the pocket. You want to make sure that you cut it to the size that you have for your calendar. Okay, so now we are finished cutting. We're going to go ahead and get this thing assembled. So we've already done our easel, and that's where we've taped it down. So we've already got that. Let's go ahead and adhere our DSP. Now for this, I'm just going to use our Stampin' Seal, our snail. I love it. A lot of people don't like ours, but I really do. I think it's got a very firm grip. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on there, and then I'm going to get this lined up, hopefully. And there you go. There's the stand part of it. And now let's go in and work on our pocket. So one thing that we have to do, because if we have to cut these little flaps. So if you look at your paper where you had the 1/2 inch from each end score line, and then you've got your scoring here at 2 1/2 and at 3, we're going to go ahead and turn it sideways, and we're going to cut this little flap right here. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to kind of come in and cut it to give it, we're just going to cut part of it off so that it can fold down inside of it like that. Oop, I didn't cut that one enough. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut these little pieces off, provided I could find them. Cut those little pieces off, and I'm going to go around and I'm going to do the same thing. This way you can get this tucked in. So these are like your little tabs for your, like on a cereal box or a box of crackers or something. So I'm going to cut these, just give them a little trim, cut up to that score line. I'm going to take these little extra pieces out. All right. So now we can put our box together. What I like to do is to get everything folded in. And then what we're going to do, once that little tab is down in there, and what we're going to do, see, this is the box that it makes. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put some tear and tape here. You can use glue, use whatever you want, whatever you think is going to hold. I think tear and tape is pretty strong, so that's what I am using. I'm going to put it here on both sides. Oops, that's a little extra. I don't want everything else getting sticky. I had to order a new refill for my tool here, a new putty refill, but I guess I can use this end right here to pick this up, although it's just as easy to do it with your fingernails if you have any. I've cut mine pretty short, but they're not too bad. Okay, so now we've got our adhesive on. What we're going to do is we're going to go in and we are going to set that down like that. And just flip that up once you get it. Uh-oh, it kind of stuck there. Oh, there we go. And then I take it a step further and I'm going to take my bone folder. Actually, no, I'm not taking my bone folder for that. I'm taking the pick or whatever it's called and go in here. And if you can, I'm just pressing down just like that on each side to make sure that that tape adheres. So now you're going to have two sides. Now this side right here, this is what I call the clean side. This is the side that I want to face out, just because I don't want these ends here, these flaps where it adhered. I don't want that to show. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to adhere our piece, and you can use a different side, so you don't have to have it match. So I could use this side, and you know what, that actually looks really cute, so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And so for this, since it's not holding anything together, I'm just going to use my mono adhesive, and of course it gets all over my fingers. Now I'm going to go ahead and place that there. I'm going to flip it over, and on the back I'm going to use some more tear and tape. What I'm going to do here is I want to do a couple of strips just right across the back. I think I'm going to do one in the middle as well. And this is just so that the whatever you put in there, it won't come off. Jack's not in here with me tonight. He's out there in the living room with my husband. So we have no heavy breathing in here tonight. All right, and now I'm going to put this down about an inch or so from the bottom and kind of set it there. And now is where I'll take my bone folder, and I'm going to go in and I'm just running it along the inside to make sure that that tape adheres. And there you go. And again, I will show a follow-up when I have the calendars on there. But this is what it'll do. So I hope you enjoyed yourself tonight, and or whenever you're watching this. I know that I definitely do. And if you have any ideas or want to see anything, drop me a line in the comments. I'll be more than happy to try and accommodate to see what's going on. We've got, like I said, right now, we've got a lot of things happening. We've got this designer series paper sale. So the paper ends up being $10.62 for all the papers that are here. And they are on my website, so you can definitely go on and see them. We've got a new catalog coming out on, let's see, this is going to be effective September 1st. Oh man, it is so awesome. So awesome. Lots of good things in here. So you definitely want to get on the website or let me know, and I'll be happy to send you a copy. I'll send you a catalog in the mail. And as always, thanks for watching tonight, and I hope that you guys have a great whatever it is for the rest of your day, and do something crafty. Take care. Bye now.